Hello, this is Mike McLaughlin with BrasselerUSA. I wanted to take a quick moment to review two new NiTi file systems that Brasseler recently introduced. The first is the EndoSequence CM. This file is very similar to the traditional EndoSequence file in that it's a reamer or triangular cross-section, has a very large chip space, it's electro-polished, and it cuts very efficiently. For the longest time, EndoSequence has been known as one of the most efficient cutting files on the market. And the EndoSequence CM really exhibits all of those same features, except for you can pre-bend it. So it's a controlled memory file. As with all controlled memory files, it does lose a little bit of resistance to torsional fatigue, meaning that the metal is a little softer. So you do need to look at the cutting flutes after each engagement to make sure that it's not unwinding, because that would show signs of wear. This file competes very well against the Vortex Blue. You probably will find that the cutting efficiency is a little better. It is a very well manufactured instrument, and it's got great cutting efficiency, flexibility, and resistance to cyclic fatigue. The next instrument I wanted to talk to you about is the EndoSequence Scout file. This is a completely different instrument. It has more of a robust, tighter cutting flute. The cross-section is landed. And so this instrument is not going to cut nearly as efficiently as the EndoSequence, but what you will find is that it is more resistant to that torsional fatigue. Due to the tighter flute structure, you can push on it a little bit more and the instrument won't unwind. A lot of endodontists have found that this instrument works really nicely in combination with the EndoSequence CM file as an initial scouting instrument, whether it be in a step back or crown down fashion. The EndoSequence Scout gets that glide path created, and you can also use it as a standalone system if what you're really into is minimally invasive preparations. The max flute diameter in this instrument is reduced due to the fact that it only has 12 millimeters of cutting length. So just like the V-taper or the V-taper 2 that tapers for 12 millimeters and then becomes parallel, the EndoSequence Scout also only tapers or has cutting flutes for 12 millimeters and then thereafter it's not engaged. So it's a very minimally invasive system. Both of these files should be used between 1.5 and 2.5 Newton centimeters. Again, you can push on the Scouts a little bit more than you can the CMs. You can hybridize between the two instruments. If you want to finish to a full tapered preparation, you probably will want to go with the EndoSequence CM as your final finishing instrument. However, we do have the BC points for the EndoSequence Scout file. So we have bioceramic points that are tapered for 12 millimeters and then become parallel. So if that's what's really important to you, we have obturation to match. If you have any questions about these instruments, please don't hesitate to call BrasselerUSA and we'll help answer your questions. Thanks and have a great day.